नमस्कार दोस्तों, मैं हूं सौरभ शर्मा। आप देख रहे हैं भारत 24। जो शख्स आज मेरे साथ मौजूद है बहुत ही स्पेशल है। उनका काम बहुत स्पेशल है। बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट्स में आपने उनको देखा है। अब वो प्रोड्यूस भी करती हैं, डायरेक्ट भी करती हैं और एक्ट भी करती हैं। उनके लिए 4 लाइन लिखी। उम्मीद करता हूं कि मेरी ऑडियंस के साथ साथ उनको भी पसंद आएगी। सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत स्वागत है टीना भारत 24 में। आई हैव रिटन सम लाइन्स फॉर यू। चेहरे पे नूर, बातों में असर रखती हैं। वो सिर्फ खूबसूरती नहीं, एक हुनर रखती हैं। हर अंदाज में झलकता है उनका नया रंग। वो टीना है जो हर किरदार में सफर रखती हैं। दिस इज समथिंग मैं लिखी है कि आपकी शख्सियत को बयां कर सकूं। Tina, my first question to you is, you're playing different roles these days. You're a producer now.
Yeah.
You're an actress now. You're a director now. Which is your favorite role of yours?
I think you can't really compare one from the other. I think they all are very special and unique in their own way. Directing, I think that is my passion since I was little. I feel like that's where I can use my creativity and my brain and my visions, and I can see it come to life. I think that's really important, creativity. And I feel like we all, as a collective, have so many stories to tell in this world and so many things to express. So I think that's why I feel like directing is something. Sometimes you can't really express yourself through words, and I feel like whether it's directing or writing or any of that kind of stuff, that's the best outlet to express yourself. So yeah, so I like directing. Producing is very nice as well. It's very multitasking job. It's a very multitasking kind of job. So it's like you're doing everything at once. It's something that I just kind of fell into it with other people, and it's also very rewarding as well because it's very structured, also very chaotic at the same time. So you learn like different things about yourself and the work. And then acting, obviously, I've been doing this for a long time, acting and modeling, and I love also being in front of the camera.
Acha, because you have a very artistic personality, would we see something? You will be writing some script which is very close to your heart, any story, because this is the role which is kept, I guess, aside a bit. So we can see your as a script writer writing a script.
I'm not very well versed in writing, but I have But my whole process is that I will hire a writer to lick down all my thoughts and my stories and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll go through this the same process and stuff like that to get my story out there. But no, so I write down all my thoughts.
Wow.
And then my stories, and then I will hire a writer to put it down properly in a structured way and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's something, a story that's very close to me. I've written a story about that we shot about say 10 years ago.
Oh.
It's a series called Anarkali.
Anarkali, yeah.
And a friend of mine who's Oliver Stone's son. He's a big director. His son and me were partners on it. So he came down here and we shot a pilot for it. So basically it's the different layers of Bollywood. It's the different layers of Bollywood and it's like a melting pot in Mumbai, and how all these different characters come together all these different characters come together, and they all and through their eyes you experience India in a very different way.
So, which is one thing which is very close to you. Your things you're going to write when you hire a script writer, because some stories touch your heart sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you're playing a role of a director and you're playing a role of a producer. So there might be something, one story which touches you. Is there something, any biopic, any?
Actually, to tell you the truth, I did. It's on the elderly. So my uncle just passed away. He had a smoking problem. He was a smoker and stuff like that. And when I went back to Canada, he was so happy to meet me. And he's like, thank you for visiting me. And I'm like, of course, I'm your niece. Why wouldn't I meet you? He's like, sometimes when you do get old and sick and stuff like that, there's sometimes you meet less people and stuff like that. So I thought that was very sweet. It also touched my heart because sometimes we need to also, like, when we're in this rat race, I feel sometimes we need to slow down and just like be a little bit more empathetic to people, especially the elderly, because everyone's gonna get old, you know, one day and stuff like that. So it's just like, it's very important to just slow down and just ask somebody if they're feeling okay, and just maybe visit somebody who's not in the greatest place. So I just think that's something that I was writing. I think, and so it's basically about a man who has little time to, actually I don't really want to say anything because I know lots of people like always will copy. So yeah, but basically it's just someone, and it's a man who basically gets sick, and then among his huge family, and how there's lots of chaos, and how what the man brings all his family back together.
So you're getting roles for some OTT and some Bollywood films, or you just want, or you just want you should produce and you should direct and you should act.
No. Sometimes you can do all three. You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes you have to take a back seat, and you just have to assign each role to the proper person. But no, right now I'm auditioning right now for like films that suit me as an individual and a character. I don't know. I feel like I want to play a villain.
Oh.
I feel like that would be kind of great. I've done action and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of suitable to my look and to what I've trained for and stuff like that. So right now I'm just auditioning, and then I'm doing music videos on the side as a model. So yeah, so I just, anything that's behind the camera or in front of the camera, I would definitely like to do more of.
How's Bollywood for you? Because it's never easy to travel all long from Canada to this Sapno Ki Nagari, Mumbai. How important is to get yourself sustained here when you're from Canada, you're from some other place?
So my roots are Indian, but I grew
Correct.
up in Toronto, Canada. And then I came back to discover my culture, and obviously got into Bollywood and stuff like that. So it's always been nice. Bombay has always been my second home from home. Like I've been here like practically my whole life. Like, you know what I mean? So obviously I am very Desi. But obviously I do have my roots in Canada as well. So I feel like I have the best of both worlds. I have a little bit of Canadian in me, and then I have obviously my Indian cultural side. But Bollywood has always been nice. I think wherever you go in life, there's always going to be a struggle.
Correct.
I feel like it's all lessons learned, consistency with your craft and what you do, your relationships with the industry. Also it helps as well too. And I feel like, I don't know, keeping a positive mindset. You have to keep a positive mindset. And I feel like having a good support system is very important.
So do you think this industry has real friends?
Real friends?
Real friends.
How I look at it, no and yes. I feel like for me, my family.
Wow.
Is my real support system. I feel like that's where I go to whenever I need anything emotionally or any kind of support. But when you look at it in a psychological way, and you start realizing it's nothing to do with you. I think it always has to do with the person and how they've grown up and what kind of conditions they've had in their life and what kind of troubles and stuff like that. You stop analyzing, you look at it in a very different way. And you look at it and be like, oh, okay, they did this because that was their background. They think like this or like that. So I feel like before I used to get thoda sa like upset and like angry and why this, why all that. But now I look at it in a very different way and more in a psychological way, and I just like I don't have that much time. We don't have that much time on Earth
So
sit and think.
what? So I think what Tina is talking about. I think she's very emotional person. I guess. Are you an emotional person?
Am I an emotional person? Yes, I think I am a very emotional person. I think that's what makes me. And yeah, I am. Yeah, but I think that's okay.
Okay. Being emotional also. Is Tina more of spiritual or religious?
I feel like I'm more spiritual. Yeah, I feel like I'm more spiritual. I respect every religion. I think we're all one, anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're all one. We come from one God, and yeah, we're all one. And I think more peace and love should be on this earth at this present moment. Yeah.
Okay. Recent time, have you seen some project which is all based on a actress because they're coming up with some good projects? So, do you think time is changing? Actresses are coming like a hero, and any project you would love to work in a craft of a director of your favorite?
In Bollywood, I really like. I've always been a fan of Anurag Kashyap.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he makes amazing films. I actually auditioned for one of his films.
Wow.
When I first moved to Bombay. It was the
Devdi?
Devi, yeah.
Ah.
So back in the day. But like Anurag Kashyap makes very unique and very different, I think, real films. For me, that's what I think. I love his one of his films, Gangs of Wasseypur.
Oh, wow.
That was a
One
great
of-
gangster
yeah.
film. I'm a huge fan of that genre. I like that. And yeah, I think he's a great filmmaker. He's very thoughtful in his process. He's very detail oriented. So
Wow.
with his characters and how he wants to project you and stuff like that. So I think that's one director that I would love to work with in this lifetime. Yeah.
What do you think about South? Because we are getting amalgamations. We are just getting good projects in Bollywood. Also, we are just collaborating. Also, any South project you are working on? Also,
No, I haven't
just-
worked in the South. I would love to work in the South. They make their productions are mega big, and they work so. They're very great at what they're doing, from their action, from their songs, from the directing. They're very professional. I've only heard great things from the South, and obviously all the actors and directors are very reputable, and they've been doing this for a long time. So nothing as of yet, but I would love to, of course.
So don't you think sometimes I'm talking about both industries, they're just coming up with good talent, which is just wasted on item numbers sometimes.
Yeah, but I think some it's like the choice that you make as a person. If you want to do this, if you want to do the item numbers, or if you want to be a second lead, or if you want to be the main lead, the villain. I think it's a choice that you do make, or sometimes it's just handed to you. So I think nothing's ever wasted. I think
You would love to do an good
item
item,
number?
yeah.
If it was of course, if it was tastefully done, for sure.
Yeah.
The song was amazing, tastefully done and stuff. Yeah, I would love to do it. Yeah, for sure. Why not?
Okay. Anything you've done in recent time which you think you feel proud of it?
Like in work-wise?
Yeah.
I directed 2 music videos recently as a director.
Wow.
It was called 5 a.m.
5 years.
and Raz. So that I'm very proud of. There was a lot of thought, and there was a huge process that went into it. I saw my vision come to life. I also styled the whole thing. So I styled and directed. So that's something that I will always be proud of, because I saw my vision come to life. So yeah, that's something and I would love to do more. Yeah.
And that project which went to Cannes also?
Yeah, that was in 2017.
Wow.
So it was a documentary that I directed with a friend of mine that came from America. So it was just me and him. I put my own money in it, and I was a producer, director, location scout, everything. It was on the education system among the lower income class. I used to do a lot of volunteer work with the kids that used to come in Bandra.
Wow.
So I thought they had an amazing story. So I was like, okay, let me capture something. Let me see. I feel I obviously like they get less. The education system is very different in India, and those are the kids that like suffer the most. So I felt that was a great story to tell the world, and then I went, and then they got picked at the short film corner in Cannes.
So look, your emotions took you to the Cannes.
My emotion?
The person you are always, and emotion people are the toughest people to understand also, because what I feel like, because you've seen there was a song of South, because it was Nora. We have a few good talent in industry, and some controversy went on. So you think there should be a limit to the lyrics, the lines written? Because sometimes it hurts you also sometimes, but you never understand what is all written because you just have to perform.
Of course.
Do you think this thing has to be taken as a responsibility also?
I think like whenever you're doing a project, you should also understand what I don't know anything what's happening, but like I also think that like you should just read the lyrics, understand the lyrics. And everything, I feel like it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. So that I don't know too much of, but I feel like the lyrics of songs, like I mean, if they're item numbers, thora sa, they would be a little bit
sense of responsibility.
Yeah, sense of responsibility and stuff like that. But I mean, to each his own. So I don't judge. I'm in my own world. So whatever makes everybody happy, like I feel. But I feel like everybody is responsible for everything. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Okay, because you love to do an action film, who's the best actor you would love to collaborate with on screen?
Like an action film?
Action film.
In India.
In India. Or both.
In India. Akshay Kumar is really good
Wow.
He's very good at action. Tiger's good at action. There's so many actors that are very good at action and stuff like that. Obviously in Bollywood, there's so many talented people here. And then in Hollywood, I would like to do a Fast and the Furious kind of.
Wow. you want to drift your cars.
Yeah, why not? I feel like that's more like my vibe, the Fast and the Furious kind of thing, franchise, yeah.
That is your fantasy, because if you're speaking it by your heart, because you always speaks what I'm feeling right now.
Yes, you know me very well. Yeah.
Okay, what is next coming up? Because it is always a surprises, but if you can open your surprises here on.
Abhi, there is no surprise. I told you everything, but you never know what's around the corner. Like I just did an ad the other day with Shivam Dubey, the cricketer. Rohit Roy just directed, and it was just like they asked me like last minute, so you never know what's around the corner. I'm auditioning for films right now and stuff like that. So I don't know, anything can happen. I'm just working on my craft and just working on things that I need to do, and I don't know, so we'll see. Your guess is as good as mine, so yeah.
All right, last two questions, because when we start working for something, we get along with so many people. Who's that one person you would love to direct you? Because you have seen Anurag, you love her. You would love some mythological things also, because this is one of the finest. We were coming up with Ramayana, which is the biggest 4,000 crore budget. So you would love to be in some religious place, because you have been religious and spiritual as well.
Yeah.
So you would love to do that, some roles?
Of course. Whatever would fit my character as Tina, I would love to do something like that. I feel like that's something that obviously when you're little and young, I mean, I used to participate in the Ramayans when we were younger.
Wow.
Yeah, when we were younger. I think every Indian does this in school or in the daily Indian community that you have. Obviously, mine was in Canada and Toronto. So yeah, and then we read about it in school and stuff like that. So obviously, it's something that connection to the Indian roots. So of course, why not?
एक ऐसी चीज़, लास्ट क्वेश्चन, एक ऐसी चीज़ टीना जो आप चाहते हैं, बिकॉज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द एजुकेशन एंड यू वर्क ऑन इट ऑल्सो, जो स्कूल्स में इन चैप्टर्स में बच्चों को पढ़ाई जाए, व्हाट यू वांट टू इनकलकेट इन सब्जेक्ट फॉर द स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स, कि दे मस्ट कम अप विद दिस थिंग, दे मस्ट रीड दिस थिंग, कोई ऐसा सब्जेक्ट जो आप चाहते हैं कि इनकलकेट हो स्कूल्स में बच्चों के लिए?
I think there should be more focus on the education system among the lower income class, especially the people that come from the slums and the rural areas. I think that's very important because if you want a more progressive India and you want things to change and stuff like that, I feel like you also have to educate the people that come from the rural areas as well, because it's very important, and I feel like they also can make a difference.
Any chapter you want, they should be inculcated, and it will be great for the students in school.
I think right now we have social media.
Yeah.
I think social media, we have social media. I feel like every kid has a phone wherever you go from one village to the next, and I feel like they're all smart. Everyone is very smart and they're educated in their own way, and I feel like social media helps you with that. Like YouTube, you're always learning something on YouTube. You can learn how to cook, you can learn how to
Correct.
use a computer, you can learn how to build a business on YouTube and like ChatGPT and
Yes.
all that kind of stuff. So I feel like in that way, I feel like they're all learning everything. They're all learning what's good, what's not, what's cool, what's not cool, what is good in fashion, all that kind of stuff, the lingo, everything. So I feel like they're just learning everything. Like knowledge is always going to be there. So yeah.
So you also feel pressure of social media?
Sometimes I don't like to post so much, and then sometimes I'm like always posting and stuff like that. But no, I feel like pressure from people, I feel like that's just an illusion. I feel like what you see on social media is never exactly what the person is. Everyone's going to always put their best foot forward. They're never going to show you the other side of social media, what they're going through. So no, I feel like you just take it as it goes and take each day as it comes.
Okay, बहुत क्यूरियस हो रहा हूँ मैं एक सवाल जानने के लिए, आखिरी सवाल जाते आते, one good headline you have heard, when you wake up and you heard and see the best headline for you, or then the weirdest headline for you.
Weirdest headline?
And the good headline for you. When you woke up and you took the newspaper.
I haven't actually seen any headline on me right now, except for I haven't seen a headline of mine. And then a good one was. I haven't seen. I'm just being honest. I haven't seen anything as of yet right now. No, I haven't seen anything good or bad, but I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, haters are the true lovers, I guess.
Pardon?
Haters are the true lovers, I guess.
You are right, boss. That's
and you
right,
should be very positive for this. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
टीना अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स के साथ आ रही हैं, ऑडिशंस भी हो रहे हैं, और एक इंतज़ार है एक्शन फिल्म का, और ये अच्छी बात होगी इफ शी गॉट कोलैबोरेटेड विद हिज बेस्ट फेवरेट डायरेक्टर अनुराग. बट उम्मीद है, और उनको जिस तरीके से आपने इतना प्यार उनके वीडियोस में दिया है, उनके एड्स में दिया है, उतना ही प्यार उनके प्रोजेक्ट्स के साथ दीजिए, बिकॉज शी इज़ प्लेइंग प्रोड्यूसर, शी इज़ प्लेइंग अ डायरेक्टर, शी इज़ प्लेइंग एन एक्ट्रेस. और उम्मीद करते हैं कि एक बहुत अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट फ्यूचर में निकल के आएगा. लेकिन जाते जाते मैं कहूँगा कि उनकी स्टाइल में ना बहुत सादगी है और आँखों में ख्वाब है. हर कदम पे लिखती हैं खुद अपना जवाब है. वो किसी और जैसी बनने नहीं आई हैं, वो खुद में एक मुकम्मल किताब है. तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि उनकी शख्सियत पे जो मैंने लिखा है वो आपको पूरे इंटरव्यू के दौरान सुनने को भी मिला है. और मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ, फिंगर क्रॉस्ड है, कि व्हेन शी इज़ गोइंग टू कम अप विद सम बिग प्रोजेक्ट, वी वुड लव टू सी हर ऑन स्क्रीन. फिलहाल भी के लिए इतना ही. आप बदलिए भारत 24 के साथ.